A few years ago, Portugal was being called one of the best places in the world to live. Digital nomads were moving here. Retirees were moving here. Families were moving here. Travel influencers couldn't stop talking about it. Portugal seemed to be everyone's dream destination. But in 2026, something interesting is happening. Some people are leaving. In fact, if you spend enough time reading online forums, social media groups, and expat communities, you'll notice a growing number of people talking about moving away from Portugal. So, what changed? And more importantly, does this mean Portugal is no longer worth visiting or living in? As someone who has been living in Portugal since 2019, I wanted to explore both sides of the story. Because the truth is far more complicated than most headlines suggest. Let's begin. The first reason many people mention is the rising cost of living. A few years ago, Portugal was known as one of Western Europe's most affordable countries. That reputation helped attract people from all over the world. But today, things look different. Rent prices have increased significantly in many areas. Restaurants cost more, utilities cost more, and everyday expenses have become more noticeable. For some people, especially those earning local salaries, this has created pressure. Many expected Portugal to remain extremely affordable forever, but that hasn't happened. And for some residents, this has been enough to make them consider other countries. The second reason is bureaucracy. If you've ever dealt with residency paperwork, government appointments, or administrative processes, you've probably heard people share stories about delays and long waiting periods. Some newcomers arrive expecting everything to move quickly. Instead, they discover that patience becomes an important part of life. For some people, these delays become frustrating. For others, they're simply part of the experience. The third reason is employment opportunities. Portugal offers many advantages, but higher-paying jobs are not always easy to find. This is especially true for people who do not work remotely. Some individuals eventually move to countries such as Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, or Ireland, in search of higher salaries and different career opportunities. For them, Portugal may offer an excellent lifestyle, but not necessarily the income they were hoping for. But now let's talk about something important, because this is where the story changes. Despite all these challenges, many people still choose to stay, and some who leave eventually wish they hadn't. Why? Because Portugal continues to offer things that are becoming increasingly difficult to find elsewhere. So, safety is one example. Portugal consistently ranks among the safest countries in the world. Many people, really appreciate the peace of mind that comes with living here. Another reason is the lifestyle. Life often moves at a slower pace. People spend time outdoors. Families gather together. Meals are not rushed. There is a balance that many residents value deeply. Then there is the weather. With hundreds of sunny days every year, Portugal offers a climate that many people dream about. For someone coming from a cold northern country, that alone can be life-changing. And of course, there is the beauty. Even after living here for years, I still find places that surprise me. Small towns, coastal viewpoints, historic streets, unexpected moments. Portugal has a way of rewarding curiosity. But perhaps the biggest misunderstanding is this. Many people arrive in Portugal expecting perfection, and no country is perfect. Every country has strengths. Every country has weaknesses. Portugal is no different. The people who seem happiest here are often those who arrive with realistic expectations. They understand that life here may move slower. They understand that certain things require patience. And they focus on the qualities that made Portugal attractive in the first place. So are people leaving Portugal in 2026? Yes, some are. But many others continue arriving every day. And countless people still consider Portugal one of the best places they've ever lived or visited. The reality is that Portugal is changing. But change does not automatically mean decline. It simply means the country is evolving. Before I moved here, I had my own expectations. Some turned out to be true, others didn't. But one thing I've learned is that Portugal is far more complex than the stories you read online. And that's exactly why conversations like this are important. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you had the opportunity to move to Portugal tomorrow, would you do it? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments because I read every comment personally. And if you enjoy honest travel stories, real experiences, and discovering what places are really like beyond social media, subscribe to Far and Beyond. In the next videos, we'll continue exploring Portugal, Europe, and fascinating destinations around the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next journey.